Ah!
Oh, what's up, nitpicker?
I'm having growing pains.
To be heard, to feel like.
Hello everybody, Nitpicker1 here, complaining about issues great and small for your entertainment, and today we're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis. But, before we get started, history lesson! Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis was the start to the Sonic franchise, the internet's current favorite thing to hate on, but that's a topic for another time. Back when Sega's mascot was Alex Kidd, Sega wanted a mascot that could compete with Mario. Basically, Sega wanted a faster-paced Mario with a cocky cool character attitude and appeal to furries. So Sonic the Hedgehog started development in the early 1990s, creating what was originally known as Mr. Needlemouse. Luckily, it was changed for the better, because I just like the design a lot, and find it more unique and iconic. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog then released on the Genesis on June 23rd, 1991, and people adored it, selling 15 million copies as of 2020. I think counting re-releases? Probably counting re-releases. Is all of that warranted? Well, let's find out. Let's nitpick Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis, although I will be playing the Xbox 360 version from the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. Alright, are you guys ready for the story? Okay, here it is. Eggman, known as Dr. Robotnik at the time, is making animals into robots. Sonic must save them, as well as collect shiny things to stop them. Done. It's a very simple story, but hey, this is the 90s. These two didn't really go together back then. So how's the game? Well, it's not bad, but it's not the greatest thing either. Let's start off with Sonic's moveset. You can use the D-pad to move left and right, look up and down with the corresponding direction, press the A, B, and C buttons to jump, and that's it. Oh right, the spin dash! Alright, let's do it here. It's not in this version. Okay, I'm not too sad. Let's talk about the level design, which in my personal opinion is the main problem with this game. Now, it is fun to go fast in this game, but the problem is that you never really get to. The level design even sometimes punishes you for doing it. Fine. Now, in order to truly review this game, I feel like it's best to go through every single level and talk about each one individually. So, fuck it, here we go. Green Hill Zone. Honestly, the best level in the game. Probably. Because it doesn't have that many walls or things to bump into. It's actually nice and fast paced. Marble Zone. This is probably the second worst level in the whole game. Green Hill Zone, nothing gets in the way. Marble Zone, everything gets in your way. You have to take things slowly and platform perfectly, or else you fall in lava. So no, I don't like this one. Spring Yard Zone. Springs are everywhere! Also, we got these really slow elevators that take to... Next! Labyrinth Zone. The only labyrinth here is my sanity. Sonic Labyrinth probably took inspiration from the stage because you are so goddamn slow. Literally, it took me 2 hours to beat this game, and an hour of it was this zone.
Which is not only because of the water but also due to very annoying cheap level design quirks. This was not made clear because Nitpicker is shit at reviews.
Starlight Zone, one of two actually playable stages. And hey, this one even looks pretty, and messing with the fans is kind of fun. So, pass. Scrap Brain Zone. Hard, but not impossible. If this was the final level and 80% of the stages were playable, I would have no complaints here. Final Zone, an anticlimactic final boss, that's fine. We beat it and the world is saved. Yeah. Now the special stages. No! These acid trip-like stages are terrible. You just bounce around and try and get the emerald. And what happens if you collect all 6? You get the exact same ending. But you do get a higher score and flowers. No.
I have no idea!
And what could be worse? You have to do all of that in one glorious save file. Now, how did I do that? Simple. I didn't. I used the save states because fuck no. I am not going to beat this game legit, and honestly, that's how I recommend playing this game. With save states. Just save your sanity. Believe me. Now, I wanted to hear, but Sonic the Hedgehog actually did get a remaster on mobile phones. And who developed it? The amazing Christian Whitehead. Now, if only that amazingness was on PC and consoles, because holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna play pretty horribly here, but it's not my fault. In order to get the footage, I had to awkwardly record this with my camera. I'm better than this, I promise. Anyway, this version would be the definitive version, except I kinda need a controller. Playing with touch controls is just not comfortable at all. So, I prefer the console versions by default, which is a shame because the spin dash is in this version. The spin dash is in this version. The spin dash is in this version. Oh god, that voice crack. That made it better. That made it better. Now, from what I know, there are other versions that have the spin dash, which is on the overpriced Sega Ages version on Nintendo Switch. $7.99 when you can buy the Sega Classics Collection for $30, and the Christian Whitehead mobile version is $3? Yeah, it does add a good bit more, but still, I don't know, $8? Just a bit steep. No thanks. But don't worry, there are other versions that have the spin dash included. I even think the Game Boy Advance version has it, so if you want to give that a shot, go ahead. So Sonic 1 wasn't a bad start. It wasn't the greatest, mainly in the level design department, but Sonic 1 is just that. Sonic 1. So you can't really hit on it that much. However, Sonic 2 released a year later, but before we get into that, we're going to go to the SEGA CD and look at the fabled Sonic CD. So, because of the success of the original Sonic the Hedgehog, SEGA wanted to make a sequel. The problem was that some people didn't like the policies that Sega Japan made, so they did something to roast them so hard. They did the most wretched thing you could ever imagine. They left Sega and went to work for Sega. Due to the spat, they split into Sega Japan and Sega of America. While Sega of America was making Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sega of Japan made a Sonic game for the new upcoming favorite tumor, the SEGA CD. It started out as a full-fledged port of Sonic 1, think Eggo the Dolphin on the SEGA CD or something like that, but it turned into its own game entirely later in development. If you guys saw my unpopular Sonic Opinions video, then you know my basic opinion about this game. But you know, let me recap. I don't like this game! This game was, and I'm 80% positive still is, considered the best Sonic game ever. I disagree strongly! This game is just complete bullshit. I hate it. But let's not get too harsh. Yet. Now, I did emulate this game on Sonic Gems Collection because I wanted the closest thing I could get to the Sonic CD version. If I played the Christian Whitehead version, I feel like it'd be a little bit too, you know, cheap and, you know, so I just emulated this game on Sonic Gems Collection on Dolphin, so we'll be taking a look at that version. And the cutscenes look amazing. I love the cutscenes in this game. Not on the original Sega CD though, because they look like horse shit. But on the PC version and on the re-releases, it looks fantastic. Sonic journeys to Neverlake, where an extraterrestrial body, Little Planet, appears in the last month of every year. Dr. Robotnik has tethered the planet to a mountain and begun transforming it into a giant fortress with his robot army. Robotnik seeks the Time Stones, 7 jewels capable of altering the passage of time. Sonic ventures into the planet, followed by the newly introduced character, Amy Rose, his self-proclaimed girlfriend, of course. Robotnik dispatches his top robotic enforcer, Metal Sonic, who kidnaps Amy to lure Sonic into danger. Sonic clashes with Robotnik and Metal Sonic and uses time travel to stop Robotnik and save Amy. Sonic fights and defeats Robotnik in his base. 2 endings exist, depending on whether or not you collected the Time Stones or achieved a good future on each level. More on that later! In the good ending, Little Planet is returned to its rightful state and leaves Neverlake. In the bad ending, Little Planet leaves it, but Robotnik uses the Time Stones to retake it. But we got ourselves some new characters this time around. The infamous Amy Rose makes her debut, and I'll be honest, I don't like her classic design. Her sprite, that is. Her drawings are pretty good, especially in Sonic Mania Adventures, but I don't like the sprite at all. It just kind of looks ugly. Metal Sonic also makes his debut, and he's great, honestly. I love his design. Something about his sprite is still a little bit off to me. I don't know what it is, but his drawing is just great. Oh, a bit more plot this time around. Too bad I don't actually care. Why? Well, let's get into it. This game is not good. The level designs are constructed like mazes. It's so easy to get lost and have to go back and forth a lot trying to find your way to the goal. And it's annoying. Look, this is a Sonic game. I want to go feast. Hello everybody, disappointment crushing your dreams, great and small for your suffering. Shut up! And am I saying that there should be no challenge? No, there should. But it needs to be easy enough to where the levels are fast-paced yet challenging. So you'll want to replay them over and over to get the best time. That's why Sonic Generations, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, hell, just any good Sonic game, that's why they work. But games like CD, they just don't. If you stop me at every damn turn when I'm trying to have fun and go fast, it's annoying. Speaking of annoying things, time travel! Now luckily, we aren't dealing with 06 time travel because I'm not in the mood for a big giant headache today, I'm already gonna have one. If you want to time travel, then you have to find a checkpoint marked past or future, and maintain the speed long enough to zoom into the corresponding time. The problem is, you can barely do so because you bump into shit all the damn time. When you want to time travel, you don't. And when you do time travel, you don't want to. I'm being serious. Every damn time I time traveled, I did it on complete accident because I'm used to bumping into shit. What happens if you do manage to time travel? Well, you get palette swaps, different enemies, and slightly different level designs. This was worth it! Now it's ambitious, but literally, I don't care about any of these zones. I hate them anyway. It would be way more interesting in Sonic 2 and even Sonic 3. See, Rudy, there's your Sonic 3 love. But since I hate these zones so much already, I don't want to use this time travel bullshit. But speaking of hating zones, just like with Sonic 1, I'm gonna go through every single stage and talk about each one individually. Here we go again. Palm Tree Panic, again, just like Green Hill Zone, the best zone in the entire game. Nothing gets in your way, it's all good. Collision Chaos, Spring Yard Zone, but worse. No fucking comment. Tidal Tempest Zone, a better version of Labyrinth Zone, but not by much. It's still annoying. Literally every Sonic stage with water is bad. Sorry Seaside Hill, but look how much water you have, it's just not good. Quartz Quadrant, not bad, it's a pretty typical platforming level, not good, not bad either. I would rather it not be there, but I'm not gonna lose sleep that it is. Overall, pretty forgettable. Okay, what's that? Oh! Fuck this zone! Fuck it to hell! I hate this zone! You just bounce all over the place and get frozen and I'm not a good zone. Stardust Speedway. Mediocre, it's fast, I'll give it that, but it's kinda annoying with some things. For God's sakes, what is this? I could not get out of this. I got so fucking frustrated that I almost threw the controller. I'm not even exaggerating. Look, I exaggerate a lot in these videos, but this time, I'm not even joking. I almost threw my controller. I hate this fucking part right here. Also, I feel like the game should have ended here, but we got one more zone to go. Metallic Madness. I don't feel like shouting again, but oh god fucking damn it, I hated this. This stage is way too condensed, and with this part, I just got lost and gave up. I used the level select code because I just hated this zone so much. Just, oh my fucking god. Okay, now that the stages are all done, and you know how much I fucking hate them, let's talk about these boss fights. They're bad. Not a single one of these are good. The only acceptable one is the Metal Sonic boss fight. That is literally it. Now, let's talk about how to get to the good and bad future of this game. Cause, oh boy. How do you get to the good ending of this game? You actually have two choices this time around. The first thing you can do is in each of these levels, there are these machine thingies. I don't know what these are, but you have to find them. Not only that, but you have to go to the past to destroy them. Because yes. Now this would be the definitive way, but they're in such bullshit locations to the point where you will never ever find them in your life without a guide. So yeah, that's bad. The other method is doing these really bad special stages. Now sure, I'll give it this. They're better than Sonic 1's. That's fair. But like there's no excuse for these. These are just awful. Of course, just like Sonic 1, we did get a remaster on mobile devices, so let's just download it here. Wait, really? Wait, we got it on PC and consoles too? Well, that's cool. Wait, what? So you're telling me that Sonic 1, and spoilers, Sonic 2 are stuck on mobile devices? However, Sonic CD can be played on what the fuck? The definitive versions of Sonic 1 and 2 are shipwrecked on the mobile devices. But oh, Sonic CD gets the console treatment. Oh, okay, I see how it is. But, and Don't anyone in the comments dare tell me the Sonic 1 and 2 were ported to just about every piece of media, so therefore Sonic CD should get the treatment. Why would you put the definitive versions of Sonic CD on PC and consoles, which makes it the definitive version? But Sonic 1 and 2, they're not on console and PC versions, which makes them not the definitive version for people like me by default. And besides, anyway, Sonic 1 and 2 were ported to the Game Boy generation. We got Sonic 1 and 2 on the Mega Collection, and we got Sonic CD on the Gems Collection. So there's no difference. Why, Sega? Why would you put Sonic 1 and 2 on mobile devices and keep them there, but Sonic CD gets the mobile and console and PC treatment? I don't get it. Oh my god. And further... This is what happens. You get old and you become a sack of shit.
Shut up and give me my pills, you idiot.
Oh, hi there. I'm getting ready for the Sonic movie. If you guys like this video, make sure to like it. And if you didn't like it, then dislike it. Any criticisms, make sure to give me some criticisms. But most importantly, please share this video around. I'm a small YouTuber. I could really use the help. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And go enjoy the Sonic movie. If you're a Sonic fan, if you're not a Sonic fan, go enjoy it anyway. It looks like a fun movie. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.